if you can work them and make sure that you have, let's say, your pad, whatever it is that you like to use in taking down titles of the recommendation and maybe thoughts that you'd like to share with us. Get them out and let's have a good conversation as always on Film Focus. It's now 6 minutes past 11 o'clock. And we were ushered into the show with the sound from 2017, featuring the ensemble of The Greatest Showman. Maybe it's one of the greatest movies ever. Is that right or
What?
not?
What?
Yes. Tell me.
Um, who? Me?
Of course, I don't see any other person in the studio, Maurice.
Well, you're talking to a bunch of people who are listening. Don't I get an introduction?
Oh, you do? Ha! Yes, every time we get to hear his voice, either on Zoom or in the studio. And for the past weeks or months now, he's been in the studio with us, giving his take.
See? Very nice
And
guy.
we are grateful for his presence. I mean, he's one of the blessings that we have right here on the blue planet. If you have him in your corner, you are safe. You can go back to sleep. A mixture of wit, intelligence, and sarcasm. Please welcome the movie buff, the writer, and everything media, the one and the only, Edo's finest, Oris.
Okay, thank you very much, yo. And yes, to answer your question, what did you ask actually? I can't remember.
That's it.
Anyway, yes, I thought you were going to, begin with saying, "Hey, I'm the greatest showman." But okay, fair enough. Anyway, yeah, back here again. Unfortunately, and with the great Oluwaseun, Obasanjo. Yes. Anyway, yes. Good afternoon to our listeners who are.
It's morning.
Sorry. Actually, okay. You know what? Good morning to those who are in Lagos. Good afternoon to those who are not in Lagos, and good evening to those who are not in either of those two places. We are back again to Film Focus.
Yeah, what have you been focusing on, Oris?
You do not want to know. You do not want to know. You do not want to know. But
Well,
yes, in terms of like, the media. So let us restrict this.
Yes, we'll keep it to that.
Exactly, yes. Because we do not want to get into some R18 stuff. Anyway, what have I been watching? Which is, I think, is the actual question. I have been seeing Mad Men.
Huh.
This Asian series from, I think it ran from 2007 to 2015.
2007 is ancient?
It is.
That's
Guess how many years that is ago? That's 18 years ago.
Yeah, that's not ancient.
That's a lifetime. So it means that a kid who was born 2007 can vote. Imagine that. Anyway, so yes, I've been seeing Mad Men. I don't even know what exactly. I'm not sure what happened, but for some reason I decided to go back to say, hey, how good was that show? Because I didn't even watch it at the time. I was not a big series fan back then. And yeah, it's just an incredibly stupendous show. As in, the writing, the acting, the cinema.
How much did they pay you to say this?
And I think I think it was originally on AMC or something. So if they paid me, that's like decent dollars, as you know. In 2007, I'm not sure the naira was as bad compared to the dollar as it is. So if the money is coming in now, God knows, I probably can retire from Smooth FM. Anyway, but yes, they didn't pay me anything. It's just a very good show, and I'm very, very, happy to recommend it for anybody who has the resources to because I can assure you that you won't see it ordinarily to watch it if you didn't see it back in the day. I think it's showing on the Red app, just not in this region. So you have to be smart about it. That's all I'll say about that. What else have I been saying? Of course, I'm still watching my 30 Rock, which is just incredible. What else did I see? Yes, well, I'm just talking about America. Anyway, to be fair, this past week has just been mostly American TV for me.
And has it never been?
That's not fair. Several times.
This is the part where you defend yourself, but it doesn't look like the defense is coming.
Wait,
go on.
Now, calm down. I said that's not fair because yes, I do watch a ton of Nollywood. In fact, I'm in a bunch of Nollywood groups, and I must assure you that when it comes to who actually watches the movies, I think I see more Nollywood movies than many Nollywood directors.
Because of the job.
No, that's not fair. Anyway, it's also their job too. Remember, right? Ideally, you would expect the people who also are making this movie to watch them, but
tell that to the Oscar voters.
No, I think that's a little different, but let's not get into all of that. In any case, I have seen what did I see from our people in Nigeria recently? Oh, I'm still struggling with the Lagos love story. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. Nigeria is not going to kill me. Nollywood, please do not kill Oris. Yeah, so I'm still struggling with that. I think I'm watching like 5 minutes every day. It's really that bad.
you'll get that someday.
One day exactly. Someday I'll get to the credits.
So
I'm
where
like,
how
finally.
far in are you now?
I think about halfway.
Okay,
About
you're doing
halfway.
well.
I think it's just they're just in the second act, trying to like make people forcefully fall in love. It is not working. What else? What else? What else? What else have I seen? I think that's about it. To be honest, as you can imagine, Mad Men has like 48 minutes per episode. So imagine that's a lot of time if you're going to like binge watch, which is what I've been doing. Yeah, I think that's about it actually. Where is Irabor, by the way?
On his way. I'm sure he'll be here before the end of the show. Ah, speak of the devil, he comes wearing an Ankara cap. Welcome, Irabor. We have been waiting for your arrival.
Mike.
I hope you saw the petals on the floor.
When do you want to
Huh?
introduce
Petals
my
care.
guy? You
Yeah,
were,
the
you were
one that
delaying.
you're
What
all-
are you petting? What are you petting? Please, I am not involved in any petals with a man.
I said
Thank you very much.
petals for Irabor to welcome him
That's
into
what
the
I'm
studio.
saying now. You don't know the other context for petals being on the floor for lovers.
I didn't talk about you.
Shouldn't don't roll like that.
What? Wait. What are we talking about? I'm
You started it. Let's just continue.
interesting. I am lost all of a sudden.
Mm.
I mean, I enjoy the company of both of you, but then I remember it's trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Well, welcome, Irabor.
Yeah, thanks.
So, how have you been?
Huh.
Yeah, catch your breath.
How have I been? I guess okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
That,
okay.
that doesn't give a lot of confidence, Irabor. Okay,
Mm.
just seems a little.
No, I'm tired.
From of
Just mentally, physically, just tired. I've exerted myself this year too much.
This year, yes, no, we are not in June yet, my guy.
Though that's the thing. Like, I'm tired. Like, I need to rest, but I can't seem to.
why?
This just means Irabor is on the cusp of being a billionaire. Clearly, I think that's what it's trying to tell us. That's
See,
the subtext of
If,
this.
if that can happen,
Yes,
oh my
of this
God.
thing.
Or maybe on the cusp of getting a sugar mommy like he has always wanted.
I mean,
Actually, I haven't heard this before.
Desiani,
Irabor wants-
Moabudu,
Oh yes.
Uh,
he
His
wants
name is
one.
his name and names.
all of them, Yeah.
You
The
want all
likes,
of them,
the
okay,
likes,
okay.
yeah.
Anyway, any Nollywood director who is currently listening should come and make a biopic of Irabor. I mean, I can see the title, "Searching for Sugar Mommy."
Okay. And it will sell.
I can assure you it will.
There's this movie, this guy that wears that short tie with blue shirt. What's his name again?
Sabino.
Sabinus. He
Yeah.
has a film out today. I think
Okay.
something one jackpot, something like that.
He had one on the Orange app last year. I
Yeah,
think. Yes, not
yeah.
very good, by
With
the way.
Sharon, are we?
Yeah, not very good. Not very good.
Mm.
So let's hope. I mean, I didn't even know about this, but now that Irabor has said that Sabinos has a movie coming out, let's hope that it's good. Is it on YouTube or where is it?
Cinema.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Really?
Cinema. Yeah.
Who's between that?
What's it? Wait, what did you call the title? Did I miss it?
I was at
Something jackpot.
something jackpot. If you check it, Sabinus, just add Sabinus. I can't. I saw it when they always do promos now on the walls and sides of
Yeah.
cinema halls.
Out
and
of home
everything.
stuff. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh, or rather within the cinema.
Within
okay.
the cinema hall.
Something Jaqua.
Something like the person's name, one jackpot.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
in my mind, I thought you meant the title is something Jaqua.
No. Somebody needs to give Sheon coffee or something.
Oh no, please! The fact that My Mother is a Witch is the title of a movie.
Uh-huh.
I think anything
But
can
I
be a
will
title.
tell you that actually, back in the 90s, there was a film with that title in Yoruba.
We'll talk about it later on.
So
the
anyway, yeah.
title of
So it's
movies
not
and
a-
what the role it plays in attracting or repelling.
It
But
does
let's
play
go
a
back. Yeah.
huge part.
So let's go back to you and what you have been watching.
I tried to watch Amateur yesterday,
Oh yeah, that's the Rami Malek.
and
so-
honestly, 20 minutes in, wonderful. My goodness, he's actually a producer on that film too. And Nigeria happened
Wait.
yesterday, so I couldn't watch it anymore.
What happened?
Just Nigeria happened.
What
That's
part
all I
of
can say.
Nigeria now?
Nigeria
Give us
happened.
details. Spill the tea.
No, Nigeria just happened.
Okay.
You know how Nigeria they be sometimes.
But yeah, but that actually reminds me of something I didn't actually say, something I had seen in a Nigerian film, but it's not. I had a private screening somewhere anyway. and it's called When Nigeria Happens
Uh-huh.
by a filmmaker
Oh,
called Emma Edosio. Does anybody know Emma Edosio?
Oh, I know Emma now.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Emma Kasala now.
exactly. Yes,
Yeah,
Emma
yeah,
did
yeah.
Kasala in 2018,
Yeah.
which was like a very fantastic film. I still think it's one of the best movies that has shown how Nigeria, Lagos is actually on the mainland, better than a lot of these other films. Exactly.
Raw.
Very, very good film. And she has a new one, but it's not out yet.
Supposed to see that film. I couldn't go.
But yeah, When Nigeria Happens, really, really good. So I'm just trying to say that because yes, someone has finally used that phrase in the movie. Finally.
Okay, so after Nigeria happened, did you move on to something else?
After Nigeria happened, I had to go because it was a
Was
late.
it?
was
Isn't
a
this a
late
film?
showing.
Isn't? Oh, okay. This is a movie that was in the cinemas, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I hope it's still in cinemas because I want to go and finish it.
So would they give you?
I think I understand what you
yes,
mean.
now. The Edo boy came outside now.
Okay, cool.
No.
Okay, I get you now.
Uh-huh.
Anything that you've been streaming on your phone or on your
You guys are not
device?
sports fans, you're not basketball fans. I've been watching the NBA.
Please, we are Premier League fans.
I'm
I'm
not-
not we are football
I'm not-
fans.
Like I'm not even. Yeah,
So
no, I was
I
watching
am.
football too now. Like I saw Arsenal's game, I saw Baka's game.
You saw my news game last night.
Yeah, Man U won now. Yeah, so
People still
Yes.
watch Man U games?
yeah, they're not. I mean, not as much as.
I mean, I hate them, but yeah. So I'm not really happy when they win, but yeah, they did win.
Who do you support? Oris?
Arsenal.
Look,
Look at Sheon.
next.
Look at Sheon. I'm sure
Next.
Sheon has no
Next.
idea what Arsenal means. And she's laughing.
Excuse
She's laughing
you?
here. Please,
Sorry.
just imagine.
What
I
is synonymous to Arsenal show?
Failure.
Thank
I cannot wait for your Inter. I cannot wait for Inter to flog the headlights out of you.
See, that's how you know she doesn't know what she's saying.
No, Inter beats Baka.
Back.
Yep.
Inter
Anyway,
beat
let's
Baka.
focus on film. We can tell that
Yeah,
Sheon is
fine.
not a football person. Clearly,
Arsenal lost to PSG, so it's
Yeah,
Inter
I knew
PSG.
such a-
in the final.
So
And
yeah,
there's no top
sorry.
this match.
And
just let me- just let me.
We
that's
just had to tell you so that
Yeah,
you don't go
thank
and do
you.
a movie tomorrow
Thank
and now.
you.
Exactly.
Thank you. But the fact that as an Arsenal Oris, it makes a lot of sense now. Now I can connect the dots.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
I don't even know what this is to be
Fired.
honest, but I'm not sure I want to
Shots
prove.
fired.
You should leave Arsenal. But
Yeah.
then again,
I know,
but
but you know how these things work. You don't choose the club. The club. They
how
choose
did
you.
Arsenal choose you?
Thierry Henry.
I mean, I've been supporting that team for like more than 20 years. So what do you want me to do now? It's too late to.
Who
move somewhere.
indoctrinated you into supporting Arsenal? I mean,
It's not an indoctrination
it's
per
fair
se.
enough that from 20 years they had it good for them.
Can
They had it good for them, but over the years things just took a nosedive.
Yeah, it's mostly because of the terrible coach we have. But let's not get into
That's
all of
what
that. Let's
everybody
focus on film.
says.
And there's a documentary.
That's what
on,
Manchester
one of the
United said.
apps, though. There's a documentary on one of the apps.
Manchester United.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
when Ferguson left, yes, we took a nosedive. That's what they all say.
We still won UEFA Cup, sure.
Yeah.
What team you support actually?
Me, no, I support football.
Please
You
get
support
away, please.
football.
I love watching.
Boring.
I love
So
watching
basketball.
football. Do you know why?
which
Do
team
you know why?
supports in basketball?
Golden State.
Oh, so that's the.
All right, so this is film focus, not sports
Start calling with
focus.
the pop-
Let's come
anyway.
back. Let's come back. Okay, so aside NBA, okay, you know what? We'll move on, and you tell us what you have been watching, and you can tell us on YouTube. Sorry, yeah, you can tell us on YouTube at Smooth 981 FM Lagos. At Smooth 981 FM Lagos. That's the YouTube channel. That's because we're currently live. Hello, you can say hello to us. And you can also send your messages to
If I can
WhatsApp
see
0809 444 0981. Again, 0809 444 0981. I'll take the one from Chidozie who says, I'm still stuck on the Rookie series, so season 4, episode 9, mixed feelings, trying not to shed a tear.
Aw.
Peter Olumuyiwa says, the movie is Silas Wonjapa.
Somebody has helped us. Thank you, Peter.
What's a name?
Silas won Jackpot. Yes, I remember.
And then he further says, Shewa, Manchester United fan, we will still watch our games on like next season FC.
Peter, I take back my compliment. You are fired.
I think the most painful in all of this is that Arsenal almost had it, you know?
Almost doesn't. count.
Almost. That's the most painful
Yeah,
part.
this is what our coach Ateta has turned us into, the almost team.
Stop
But,
using the
anyway.
coach as you people are who you are.
No further comments.
Oluwaseun says, Oga Oris, you dey fear? Now, coming to American reference based on say Oga Irabo's royalty because of the hats.
Gang, gang.
Walai, Arsenal fans are the definition of long suffering.
I don't even argue. Sure, you are correct.
Date an Arsenal supporter. You would
Arsenal,
enjoy your relationship.
Yeah,
Not
and
for
further
children.
says Oris Arsenal has a relationship with film
Film series.
series. 'Cause-
This is next thing you want to
no, the problem is
That's
I can't
good.
seem to scroll his message.
Thank God you cannot scroll your message. It's a good thing for you.
Found it. Oris Arsenal.
She's a bad belly.
Arsenal has a relationship with film/series because there's always next season with him. And do you know the
Why does everybody try to quote this Patrice Evra nonsense, please? It's not right. It's not right. It's not right.
Yeah. All right, so we move on. Let's take the numbers and the titles from the streaming platform. So let me give you an overview of the show just in case you're listening to us for the first time and you're confused if you're listening to a football show, a sports show, or a film show,
It
or a
takes on the
movie
screen
show.
actually, so maybe don't blame us too much.
So this show is called Film Focus, and every Friday from 11 till 11:55 we talk series, documentary, animation. So I guess we can have the documentary of Ateta.
There we go. Yes. And occasionally sports, apparently.
Yeah.
I think someone. I think don't we have that or Ferguson? We should have that.
Yes. I
Of
think
course we
there
do.
is.
Yeah,
Of course
so-
there is.
Good. So we talk about movies, series, animations, documentaries, and everything that you can do on your screen and just catch a breather from the adult life. And part of this, we ask what Irabor and Oris, who are our ever faithful analysts, what they have been watching. And when we're done with that, we tell you what Nigerians have been watching on the different streaming platforms, be it the red app, the blue app, the orange app, and the other red app. And then we also tell you what's happening at the cinemas. So who has been spending how much to watch what. And when we're done, we give you updates, general updates. We give you general updates about what's happening in the movie industries, either Nollywood or Hollywood or Bollywood or every other wood that exists out there. Now, that said, let's start with the top 5 on the different streaming platforms. Number 1, so I think they finally listened to us. They've separated the series and the movies.
Who is they?
The Orange app, the Indigenous app.
Aha.
Irabor did clamor for that. So they've done that. So I'm just going to take the top 5 movies in Nigeria and the series. So number 1 is Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
it's on the Orange app. Yeah,
Oh, they brought it.
they
Nice.
brought it.
Oh.
They really know their stuff. Number 2 is The Silent Hour. Number 3 is Never Let Go. Number 4 is Furiosa. And number 5 is Aftermath. Now let's talk about the top 5 series. Number 1 is Love Island USA. Number 2 is an original, Flatmates. Number 3 is Wura. Number 4 is Chatham. While number 5 is The Real Housewives of Lagos.
Oh.
If you go to the Blue app, this one still combines both together. And now this is me trying to pull it out because I just can't see it. Maybe I'll come back to that one later on. I found it. Number 1 is a new movie, Another Simple Favor. Number 2 is Landline. Number 3 is G20. Number 4 is Wheel of Time. While number 5, The Accountants. I think we talked about it last week, did we?
Yeah,
Accountant
they found
1 or 2?
This no, it cannot be 2. This definitely cannot be 2. 2 is in the cinemas.
And that's why I wanted to be sure.
1.
1 now, okay.
It's what it has to be 1.
Now let's go to the red app, which is the final list for today. Top 10 movies. Number 1 is Last Bullets. Number 2 is Extraterrestrial.
Last or lost?
Last Bullets.
That
Yeah.
sounds like a Nollywood.
Last
bullet.
Last bullet.
Last lot in last one.
Start with chicken.
Leave this place.
I
I think Lost Bullets is more like it. It's more Nollywood.
think a last bullet is more like
Last
it, to be
bullet
honest.
But there'll still be installments, so we won't be the last one. Oh.
Watch out.
Last
So we now have
bullets.
last bullet.
Last bullets.
No, reloaded.
Lost Bullets found.
Last bullet.
Number 2 is Extraterritorial. Number 3 is Inside Man Most Wanted. Number 4 is Havoc, while number 5 is Monster Hunter.
Oh.
In terms of the series, I can't seem to see the names now. Number 1 is Blood of Zeus. Number 2 is Forever. Number 3 is Unsane. Number 4 is The Four Seasons. Ooh, how apt. Number 5 is Weak Hero, something out of South Korea.
This is the red app, right?
Yes, the red
So
app.
Unseen, that's the Kenyan one, is it?
I don't know.
Is there a black person on the?
Unsane? Yeah. Why does it look AI?
Will be okay, interesting. I think it came out last year or 2 years ago. Meanwhile, you had mentioned in the what's it called, the orange app? No, the blue one, a film called Landline.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone told me about the movie like when was this? Maybe sometime last week. I was like, oh, great film and blah blah blah. Go and watch it. A guy called Dele Doherty apparently wrote and directed it. So I'm like,
Mm.
okay, let me see it. Yeah, interesting Nigerian film.
Mm.
Interesting. One of those movies that takes place in like one spot, and it's like a time loop story, kind of like Groundhog Day from '93 or so. It's a Bollywood movie. But somehow,
Did you say
you know, one of
Bollywood?
those movies. You said?
Did you say Boring Wood?
No, Bill Murray.
Oh, okay.
It was in a movie called Groundhog Day, which is like a film that somebody keeps reliving a particular episode until they figure out how to, I don't know, get out of it. Anyway, I think it's probably the first Nigerian film I've seen that is about a time loop thing where a certain day keeps repeating. The girl keeps dying,
Okay.
you know, until the guy.
No, I think I have seen something like that before. I just can't remember the
The
title.
short
I
film,
have. He's a
Nollywood.
guy. Yeah, a guy. He keeps reliving the certain the events.
And it's a feature film, a full
Short
length,
film.
not a
Yes,
short
no,
film.
it's not a short film. It's a full movie
There's a
feature.
short film that won an Oscar by Kevin Durant and this guy. I can't remember. The same concept.
Okay. Yeah, I mean this one, I mean the guy has his Gabriel Flayo and Inidima Okoje, husband wife, trying to like get the wife to not die. And you know, good idea, but frankly, the execution just lets me down. Just like, oh, man, this is always the problem with Nollywood.
I have a question.
Can't just write the thing well enough, man. Anyway,
I have a question. Do you think it's a funding thing or a creative direction thing?
it's definitely not a funding thing.
Ah.
That's the thing, right? I think back in the 90s or early 2000s, a lot of even recently, you hear them, people like Akinmolayan, who I know that we've had a few, maybe not directly, exchanges on Twitter, where he was saying that Nollywood's problem is like there's a distinct lack of funding for their projects. But it's not true. It's a big lie, actually. What is happening is a deficit. Look, if you think about the Nigerian scene, practically everything, every single space, you know that people are more eager to cut corners than to just do what's right because they'll spend too much. I used to make a joke about how if back in the day you're going to buy a certain kind of, when I was younger, there was a certain singlet called BYC.
Oh. I remember. Good times.
You know, and then they were like the ones that were obviously imported or something, or just of better quality. And maybe they would sell them for like, maybe this is back in the day, maybe like 1,000 naira. Then with the inferior ones, which would probably go for like 250. But you have people who were trying to sell you the inferior ones at the cost of the actual commodity. And I think that's exactly the same issue that's happening in Nollywood. Because when Netflix showed up, one of the things they did was make sure that, you know what, we had more money to do the movies. Bros, did the movies improve?
No.
Exactly, you know. Yeah, so that's how you know that the issue actually isn't funding. There's just like a general lack of excellence we have as a people. And that's my own belief, that I think that the culture of excellence, I don't think is a very Nigerian thing. So
how come
yes,
Nigerians go outside and succeed?
So is that we're going to ask that?
Finish your sentence.
So no, it's an entire thought, not one sentence. Anyway, no, but they don't. Let me explain. So people say this all the time, that Nigerians are blah blah blah, succeed abroad. Look, Nigerians succeed abroad within a set parameter.
Okay.
You are in school, you get good grades, you get out.
Okay.
You finally get a job, I don't know, maybe working for one of these tech companies, and you're the VP. Ask yourself, when in the history of the world have you heard that a 4,500 company has a Nigerian immigrant as the CEO? It has never happened. A few years ago, you had Twitter, Google, Microsoft, all of the three of them having Indian CEOs. That has never happened to any of us. So think about it.
That's your metric.
No,
what are you attributing that to?
No, it's like, look, whether home or away, Nigerians do not just really care a lot about excellence. That's what I'm trying to say.
I disagree.
For all of the years, listen again. All of the years we have been doing football, for the very first time, it was just, I think, last year. Exactly, that we finally got somebody in the top 10. As you look, man, one of them was number 7. No, it was number 11 actually. And one of the two of them was 11. So the first person to actually be in top 10 is one of them.
Okay.
And it's number 7, number 8. My point is, this is how many years? I mean, 200 million people. First time. I'm saying, when you think about the context of how much we are and how loud we are, believe me, we are failing in every single space.
I'm brewing with so many things to say, but unfortunately, we will digress if we should continue this. But you want to say one or two things?
You want to defend your people?
No, I mean, I kind of understand what you are saying.
Yeah.
You know, it's just with customer service, even just
yes, exactly. Thank you very much. Yes.
I understand what you're saying.
On that very level, customer service, the smallest thing.
The smallest
you can't
thing.
even get it right. Yeah. So Nollywood really does have an excellence problem. So even if you have,
it was supposed to be Irabor saying something.
Sorry,
No,
this one I said
don't- no,
I have
but-
very strong feelings about
Yeah.
this.
All right, so well, that means if you don't have anything to say, we can move on to
Ah,
what's the number.
She was pulling a veto here.
So let's talk about what's happening at the cinemas, and we do not have official number as of today. I'm guessing, weekend on weekend, we're going to have the number increasing, hopefully. But so far, the one that seems to be getting a good number at the cinema, I didn't even know that the movie was out, is Muyiwa Ademola's Ori Means Destiny, I believe. And so it's the second part, so it's Ori the Rebirth. So far, it's gotten 97.8 million during its opening weekend, and they said it makes it one of the most successful debut for a locally produced movie this year. It was produced and directed by him, and in there you have other veterans in the Nollywood industry, especially the Yoruba aspect. On the first day, it was said to have gotten 19.5 million. But this is where I'm really going. It's interesting. I think this is the first, or one of the first ever times I would hear someone say how much they put into making a movie. According to him, he said that he invested 400 million naira in producing the movie.
Oh.
Well, two things. Number one, Muyiwa has put in a lot, in that aspect of Nollywood, the Yoruba area. But now I like the fact that that culture is going mainstream, and they need to be commended for their, I would say, communal approach, where they bring everybody together for each person's premiere or movie. So they try to support each other. And I don't entirely believe that 400 million, I mean, except maybe I see it.
He said invested, to be fair. It's not really, I mean, he's been a little bit
They don't have the
clever.
breakdown.
Yeah.
It's
I
been
love
clever
the
with the
choice
figure.
of words.
Exactly.
But I mean, you do have certain Nollywood actors that collect double digits in millions, so
That is true.
yeah. So if you're featuring them in your film, I guess if you have like 5 of them, considering cinematography, I mean, yeah, probably could get to that amount. Factor in inflation, other things, maybe.
I don't agree. I
but-
don't believe it at all.
Because at the end of the day, I always like to say, once you hear these numbers of 97 million, 100 million, 200 million, 300 million, it's not all going to that guy or the person who made the film. You have the cinema distributor, the LIRS, FIR, all of them. So let's
Actually, yes.
manage.
Well, anyway, but
expectations.
he's talking about the budget, you get. But then it got about 100, just under 100 million in its first weekend. I think that's the one that people always are really eager to like see
that
how
first
exactly
weekend.
did it happen.
Mhm.
Well, we don't know, but I will say that I did see, because a few months ago, the distributor of the movie did like an event where they were announcing what they had for the year. And I remember that they did mention this and they showed a bit of it. It is certainly not a 400 million naira film. I'll show you that it is not. But however, like I said, he said invested. So you never know where exactly that money, where exactly it went to and stuff. But it didn't show up on the screen. That said, it's a very popular, apparently the first one was a very popular
It was
film. And so in fact, when it was mentioned in the hall on the day of the, people kind of went mad, with it.
And you're like,
And
huh?
you're like, I mean, I've never heard of this
You're
stuff.
like, huh?
Exactly. I did some research. I'm like, okay, that was a really popular film back in the day. You get? So it's rubbing off on that whole thing to like get these incredible numbers. And there was a lot of Yoruba veterans who were even there at the event. So I'm not very surprised that this is happening. Plus, I think at the moment, the Yoruba epic movies, they own the cinema. I'm not sure that any movie that shows up that isn't in that genre or subgenre has any hope of like really being, yes. Except of course they put in tons of cash for marketing. And I think last year it happened with Farmer's Bride, which to be fair is also another Yoruba kind of thing, to be fair.
In a polished way.
Yes, against Wumi, what's the name? Queen Latifah, the Wumi
Toriola
film. Of course,
that one did more than
yes, did more, but at least these guys even showed up, which I was kind of happy because it's a very, very good film. So yeah, I mean, I guess congrats to Muyiwa.
and cheers to more. Yes, just to note, like Oris mentioned, so this is a sequel, which is the updates to the original one that won the Best Indigenous Film at the inaugural African Movie Academy Awards in 2005. Lastly, on the cinema-ish, Ryan Coogler's Sinners has finally crossed the 400 million mark in 3 weeks, and that, I think, has broken some records right here in Nigeria. So more people are still watching.
Yeah, Sinners, right?
Yes.
Coogler has to be the most successful director from Hollywood. I mean,
In-
recent times in Nigeria, because
Yeah.
the two movies, the two Black Panther movies did excellent,
Three,
did
sir.
incredibly well.
I mean, 3 movies in total. Have you?
Yeah. I think Black Panther 2 was probably the most successful movie in, I think, in like a decade
Yeah.
locally. So I think, yeah, we like you, Kugler. Come and visit us again. He was here for the other Afrif, I think, a few years ago.
3 years ago.
3 years ago, right? Yeah. Also, yeah. So he should come back. We kind of like him.
Okay, so now let's talk about what everybody seems to have been talking about, and that is the Africa Magic Viewers' Choice Award. Kickstarted on 7th of May with the Icons Night.
That was 2 days ago. I think.
Yes, and then yesterday was Young Filmmakers Day. I think they decided this time we're going to spotlight the future and the ones who we are handing the baton to. And today it's going to be the cultural day where budgets will be broken, bank accounts will maybe go red, just for them to look. Wait until you hear the soft stories.
Sure, it's not true, please.
All right,
These
so
people have money.
You get money.
Okay, now I hear you. Then on Saturday it will be the awards day, where of course the red carpet or the black carpet, whatever carpet that will be there, will also see many stars in their glam. So gentlemen, tell us about what you're looking forward to, and maybe what it is that you have been discussing about it following the lineup of events.
Well, for me, I'm an awards boy, but I'm not a red carpet guy like that. So I'm more focused on who wins and who doesn't win. I think because of what I said earlier about our general lack of excellence as a people, as a country, as a nation anyway, I'm always particular about people who do their best getting as much recognition as possible. So that for me is always the thing. So of course the nomination list, I wrote something about a few of the misses and the hits that they got. I'm hoping that some of the hits that they got actually leave the hall with awards rather than just being nominated. I would like that very much. So I'm really looking forward to, what's his name, Daniel Oriahi, who had 2 of the best movies of last year winning. So I think he has 1 nomination, which I think is not good, but fair enough. I hope he wins that one. What else? What other movie? Yes, then there's Phoenix Fury, Ifeoma Chukwuogo's film. I hope she wins something at the MVCA. I hope Lisha B wins nothing, even if it has the most nominations.
Oris, do you know,
I said it.
I admire your consistency.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do.
I will not finish it.
Anyway, so I hope Lisha B doesn't win anything, and I hope Seven Doors gets maybe 1 or 2 things. Who else? Because Seven Doors and Lisha B have the most nominations this year.
Yeah.
Phoenix Fury has maybe 1 or 2. Oh yes, and this film, A Got to Love Story, which was the basketball movie from last year, which I think is excellent. Only got 1 nomination, and it was the
writing.
Yes, it was writing, Victoria Eze. So I hope she wins, frankly, because it's a very, 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 it's such a well done film. And she wrote it really, really well. So yeah, I think just for me, I like 3 people I want to see: Ifeoma, Daniel, Victoria. If the 3 of them win, I'll be like, okay, these people are going somewhere. I really feel sad that her name, what's her name? Beverly Osu didn't get a nomination, but I mean, maybe next time.
And Dorothy Batcho too.
Yes, it was also quite good.
Quite good.
Oh, and this lady has a nomination that I hope she wins something. Mercy Aigbe, she has a Best Supporting Actress nomination for Farmer's Bride. Very good film, and she was really good in the movie. And I have to be honest, I was surprised. I'm like, okay, yes, he can act. Who knew? Anyway.
Maybe she will pull it. I mean, maybe The Rock will pull a Mercy Aigbe for you.
Yes, right. And it's coming, so who knows? But what are you looking forward to?
Farmer's Bride for sure. I think a top 5 movie last year.
Yeah, I agree.
Get a Love Story as well. I love the fact that we had some films that were not too commercial, that people noticed that were good. You understand? Like they didn't really break the box office.
Yes, exactly. But the MVC at least giving them
we
saw
guys,
this, and you guys did well.
Yeah, I love that fact about the nominations. Like I said, Dorothy, I wish she had even just a nomination for Best Supporting Actress. She really did a great job. Beverly also as well. Toby Bakri, I would have loved the nomination for him too for Best Actor.
Okay, for Farmer's Bride. Well, I think Messi, in my view, was
an inclusion, just an inclusion.
I hear you, but he's won.
He has won
2 years in a row.
Once? No, he has won once.
He's won one.
Yeah. Who won twice? I think it was Asas. That won Best Actress, sorry, twice. Okay. So Farmer's Bride is one movie that stands out. 7 Doors for sure should at least take three wins. Then Daniel Oriahi, I'm loving the fact that he's now being consistent with his filmmaking and making sure that it goes mainstream. So He also has another project he just rounded up. So
Yes, I saw that.
So hopefully, the award show goes smoothly compared to the ones that have happened the past few weeks.
Yes, okay, yes, I was at the head. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so you can understand the whole thing. But really, if we're going to be honest, AMVC they've tried.
No, yes, AMVC, no, they've done. I mean, I can't even. I mean,
Yeah.
I beef them a lot, and
Yes.
I know that I beef them.
Yeah.
But fact of the matter is that they've been a force mostly for good,
Yeah, they've
than
tried.
of evil, to
They've
be
tried.
honest. And I think on the level of organization, they are probably number one.
Yeah.
For ceremonies generally.
Yeah, number one, Ama is last.
Ama is at the very. In fact, Ama doesn't
is
show up on
last.
the list.
Ama is
They're
complete.
underground.
Ama is just.
Ama is
Do you know
underground.
that there was a Red Pill event that happened last year,
Okay,
towards the end of the year?
yeah, same
And,
day.
and Ama was the same day.
Yeah, I
And,
remember.
someone was talking to me. I think it was Daniel. Daniel was like, Oria. He was like, I said, I need to leave. I said, Baba, we talked to go. He said, he needs to go for Ama. I was like, yeah, today's Ama Awards. I was like, huh, really?
Yes. And he won because he was in front of me.
Yeah.
I was at Ama. I didn't want to say that one.
I was just like, okay, I didn't know.
Okay, let's move on and let's talk about the one I mentioned earlier. My Mother is a Witch. This one will be out in the cinemas on the 23rd of May this month. That's some weeks' time. And in there, you have the likes of Eferele, there is Messi Aigbe, Timini Ebuse, Neo Apofuri, and this one is directed by Niyi Akinmolayan. So
yes, I don't know. I don't know what relationship this one has with the old one, because I remember very, very clearly, because I was scared of that film as a child. I think in 92, 93 or something. I can't remember exactly what year, but there was a film titled, I'm sure I'm saying it wrong in Yoruba, or Yami Aje or something like that. Yami Ni Aje or something like that. Anyway, it meant My Mother is a Witch back in the day, and it was produced by the same people that did Living in Bondage, I think. So it was Kenneth Inebue, Next Studios or whatever. They were the ones who actually did that film. So I don't know if there's a relationship between this one and that, or if there's a remake or something. But I remember that film was scary. And I remember that if it was scary, I believe it was effective. So hopefully...
Effective in doing what?
I mean, it was supposed to be some kind of horror, spiritual horror kind of project. So if I was scared, I think they did the job right. Of course, I was a kid, so I don't know.
No, so what I'm saying, effective is, there are some movies that are meant to scare you so that, for instance, when you collect gifts from strangers, you're going to turn into a yam or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
So effective in terms of creating fear so that you don't do something.
Oh, no. This was just in terms of while I'm watching the movie, I'm scared to look at the screen because certain movies were just incredibly horrific. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Right.
And I don't know if this one is the same thing, but I see there's a fashion editor. I don't know that this was a more rural story. I mean, of course, maybe over the next few. When is it coming out?
23rd.
Okay, yeah. So maybe we'll find out. But it's by Niyi Akinmolayan, who did this Shabi that was terrible. So I hope it's better this time. I'm serious. Niyi just has to get better.
Irabor, any thoughts?
Yeah, he's correct. Niyi has to get better. I mean, he has good intentions.
Yeah, and he has such a good reputation too.
Yeah,
he
has good intentions, has good reputation. There's a time he and Bovi had a squabble.
He had a squabble. Remember?
Yeah.
I just remember that. Yes.
And Bovi was on my show one time, and there's some things he said, and I was just like, I was trying to compare the reputation and the thing he was saying, and I was like,
it's kind of
it wasn't merging one way or the other. I don't know.
Yes, you're right. I feel like yes.
And he is helping the industry in a way from the VFX and special effects and all that, and he's doing his best. I understand, for you to be able to.
I don't think he's doing his best, but he's doing something. I don't know if it's his best in terms of helping people. I agree, though.
Yes,
I think
that's where we are coming from.
No, but I think in the past 10 years. Probably very few people have been as effective as Niyi has been in terms of building people up.
That's
in the
my
technical
point.
aspect.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Yeah, but
True.
The thing now is that because in some way I'm involved in running things, businesses, or like having to move people, work, and so behind the scenes, man, it's tough, really, especially when you're trying to mix different things. So I can understand it from that standpoint. Now, output wise, creative wise, and all that, I think he's still doing his best, but I don't know, there's just something I can't really pinpoint to kind of understand why his end product at the end of the day, for things that don't really require that much funding or this thing, would now not make sense. There was this movie in 2018 or 19, something about football and betting and something.
Prophetess.
No.
Yeah, because that was directed by him.
Prophetess and one of that film like that, one of that something. God, I can't remember the name. So
Let me see
you'd
if I
go
can
into
pull
it
it
and be
up.
expecting, yeah, this film makes sense because it doesn't require VFX, doesn't require anything. It just
And
shoots
then
the
you
film.
just shoot the film.
Do you get? But you're not like, this thing they bend though. But with other people's projects, I don't know whether it does better. I don't know. So
that's what I wanted to say. I think
yeah.
that Akinmolayan, in a way, is kind of turning into not turning into. Olamide, in my view, and Ni have something going on. The later day, that not the early Olamide. The later
I want
one.
to hear the connection.
Yes, so I believe that Olamide's usefulness to the music scene as we speak is not his own stuff. It is in what he's been able to do for others. Adekule Gold, Ashake, and the rest of them. After that, his first 7 years where he had about 7 albums, like an album every year. He was dropping incredible stuff at the time. I think the past 4-3 years, not quite. So I'm thinking to myself that Ni has that same thing going on where I believe Ni's best work is when you use him as a tool. You know, that's what that's what I think. So I think Ni is a tool, is a tool filmmaker. Is not supposed to be the person who is overseeing.
Do you feel that's same for Kunle?
Not really. So I think Kunle is more so. While I think of Ni as somebody who is like good technically, I think of Kunle as a better marketer. That's how I think of Kunle.
Do you think Kunle would do better as a tool if you use
as what? But what exactly would Kunle be doing?
Maybe just be the director. That's it.
No, but I don't think he's a great director, sadly. So that's my thought.
Do you think he's not a great director as a result of the fact that he's trying to wear too many hats?
That's a good point. No, I think it's a sensibility problem. Again, it's what I said earlier about this idea of excellence. If, for instance, now you have Ni, Ni especially, you know, I feel like there are things that Ni can do. If you gave him, I don't know, 3 months, and you were on his neck. You understand? However, if he's the one controlling the project, it means that nobody's on his neck. So it can just be something that's shabby and you bring it out in the market. But if I was giving you money, bros, you have to do that thing right.
Let me press on that question more. So again, this might sound very funny. Put together your Avengers team, of Nollywood.
That's a great
stakeholders.
One. That's a great one.
Where
I'm sorry,
we are trying to walk towards making an Oscar-worthy film.
Yes. Woof. Okay, this is an excellent, such a great question. So let's talk about the ecosystem. Forget the movie itself. Ecosystem. Kunle Afolayan should just be in charge of the marketing, and him and Mo. So the main production
should market,
kind of like executive producer,
branding,
exactly all of that. Yes.
Pushing,
so pushing, exactly. So director, definitely somebody who either Kenneth Yang, not even Daniel, either Kenneth Yang or CJ Obasi. I think CJ has now learned the ropes, but Kenneth, I feel has the exact sensibility that they're looking for the Oscars. He hasn't quite shown it over in recent years, but he has sensibility. So in terms of screenwriter, that's where I would struggle.
Sorry to interrupt you. What genre are we going to be looking at?
It doesn't matter. I'm saying any genre. It doesn't matter to me.
Because for some reasons, I'm not sure why, but whenever I hear CJ Obasi, there's something in my head that I think about. But go on.
No, so it doesn't matter the genre. In fact, that's one of the things I think with CJ. People think of him as a particular thing. Yeah. But I've seen like CJ maybe 3 or 4 films. Stuff. He can do anything. Anyway, but screenwriter.
Victoria.
Okay, now that she's done this, she's only done one, so I can't really.
I'm judging based on that.
But okay,
if she can pull that,
okay, good. So I will say yes. So maybe Victoria, and with a little bit of supervision from CJ, because I think he knows what will probably work. That's what I believe. So yeah, you are right. Cinematography, nobody else but Yinka Edward. Okay. Nobody else should ever come close. It's Yinka Edward, definitely. What else? That's about
casting?
It, right? Acting.
Yeah, acting. Like just
such a weird one.
Because it's not enough for you to have that Avenger.
Yeah, you're right. Who will be on screen?
Gideon.
Look at you.
I want to.
Let me throw a lot of names out. Let me throw a lot of names out.
I wouldn't pick Gideon first. Maybe you'd be like a second or third choice.
No, I'm not saying first. I'm just saying like who
possible.
Yeah, so possible. Yes.
Tinamba.
No, definitely not Tinamba.
Buchi Franklin.
Buchi, yes, I'm looking for somebody that has
Blossom
stature. Yes, Blossom. It's Blossom. It's Blossom.
No,
sorry.
No. Good actor.
I don't mind him, but I feel like DME is kind of stuck in. It's kind of like a Timini. We have not seen range.
All right.
He's just a good-looking guy on TV. That's
range, though.
You said?
Let him get range.
We'll see. I mean, I can't say that.
Driving the range.
I can't say that, but anyway, but yes, it's Blossom.
What about the ladies?
When you see Blossom in the trade, I'm like, nobody else is Blossom.
The ladies.
Okay, so now that I've seen Messi in whatever, I feel like I like her. She has to be there. Messi, maybe as a supporting character, but you need somebody who is young to play against a blossom, who would that person be?
If you really,
No, not
Oh,
really.
no.
No.
You said
Although she
young.
was really good in, she was really good in Farmer's Bride, but no. I want somebody who is like a
Bugbemi?
star.
From Farmer's Bride too.
Okay, but
Sharon?
not quite. No, not.
Teniola.
Who's
Tenio
yeah,
Aladeshi.
Aladeshi.
Yeah, not bad.
Not
What
bad, but
about
no.
Sharon Oja?
Honestly, I will struggle. So that's the problem, right? I can't really think of a woman who I feel like has been excellent.
We'll revisit this.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, but this is a good topic.
I'll spread out this.
Yeah, but this
Yes,
is a
that'll be
great
good.
topic.
That'll be good.
Mm.
Okay, now let's move over. And this one, we have one leg in Nollywood and one leg in Hollywood. I think people would have been, well, it's not exactly like a knee thing. This is his comment on what Trump did earlier about 100% tariff on everything that is not in US. Did you guys follow the news?
I mean, I saw the news. I saw him say that. Rather, I read the article, but not me. I didn't really follow his commentary on it. I just thought it didn't really concern us.
Yeah, so exactly that's what he is saying. That's what Akinmolayan is saying.
Because,
but so okay, go on.
Yeah, we don't have. So I think the primary thing is simple. How many countries in Africa have like a lot of American crews or like foreign crews come to shoot there? I think whatever number you're going to call, you're not going to put Nigeria there. So that's about it. So I think people who should be worried are like South Africans, because this probably means that there's less incentive for American crews to come and shoot in that country. We never had them, so it doesn't really concern us.
Now, this is interesting. Unfortunately, we don't have enough time to have a deep dive for this. Maybe next week. It's interesting because not Hollywood is somehow on a decline in terms of how people are actually shooting in the typical Hollywood. They're actually going out because of cost implication. And so it's like you are further trying to kill, I wouldn't say a dying industry, but they need more for them to be able to float. So people go out. I mean, there are a lot of works, a lot of projects in the works that are in the UK. They are from
Canada, New Zealand, yeah.
Because it seems to be somehow cheaper and there is more availability of resources out there compared to the one that you entirely have in Hollywood. I'm talking about California, Los Angeles, and the like. So let's see how this turns out. And I mean, Disney, Marvel, they do have some things in the work that this might affect. All right, let's go on. Now, there is this one. I don't know if you saw it.
I haven't seen the trailer.
Passport of Malamilia. Irabor.
No, I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen the trailer, but
you know the book.
Everybody knows this. Everybody knows that story.
Don't say not everybody. This is
okay. Well, everybody of our generation, I think.
Well,
right?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, Oris didn't know about Ori now.
But this is different. This is a book.
I think Ori was like a more original
I'm
thing.
just
This is
saying
like
that anything, you know.
Yeah.
Never say never.
Yeah, true.
But it was a very popular book, and it still is. People still remember it.
Don't say people low.
Okay, some people still remember it.
Yes.
They can know vex.
So there is that. Now for the information on that one, so it's going to be animated, not 3D, it's 2D. We're going to have an animation of the Super Aniquence's 1960 novel, The Passport of Malam Ilya. Who's excited about that?
Well, I am. I can't. I mean, honestly, I haven't seen the trailer, so I will look at that after the show. But yes, I really want to see how, because it's a great story. Let's just see how they're going to do it here.
All right. So according to the information we have, the budget is about $1.7 million for the making.
So it's not a Nigerian. It's not a Nigerian thing, right?
It is a Nigerian.
Where did they
thing.
see $1.7 million?
Of course,
no, that's
help.
Help.
1.7.
Locally.
So this is going to be directed by Chikube Okonkwo and produced by Ferdinand Adimefe. That is a known name in the animation industry right here in Nigeria and the voiceover industry as well.
Yeah, all I'm saying is that I do not know that animation have been sold for any huge amount of money.
What are you doing?
So it feels a little weird to spend that much in, but I mean, we'll see.
I mean, it has to start somewhere.
Okay, on a final note, let's quickly talk about this one. Even though we now have a new pope, and I know that you all might not exactly be the best fan of the news, but the
Why
intriguing
not this
part,
one
because
again?
I know, was it you that said it last week? That
Yes, one
you,
of
Of Catholic Church, yeah.
Nah.
but this is where I'm going. The fact that the Catholic cardinals, before a pope was chosen, they had to refer to the movie The Conclave for research and educational purposes.
So the
The
source
question
has to,
is,
you know,
the question is, do we think that, in terms of the effort we put into making good movie, excellent movies, documentaries, and stories retelling of what is, maybe we need more efforts, considering that the fact that we can have the cardinals consulting a movie for, wait, let's understand how it works and for more information.
Uh, well, I think in this case, it's just a case of this. Most of them are probably not seeing this thing happen too many times in their lifetime.
Yeah.
And so, well, there is a, and remember, it was based on a novel, by the way. So it means that to research. So I think it's.
I mean, they could
it's
have
fine.
easily gone to the novel. That's what I'm saying. The fact that, oh, this movie, especially considering that it's much talked about,
Yeah.
the making of the movie, where I'm really going is, I think a little I will agree with the parts about excellence in doing any work from here in Nollywood. Understanding that movies
Exactly,
are not
yes.
just for entertainment.
Yeah.
We need to put so much into it because it could be for educational purposes and
no,
things
it
like
could be,
this.
should be as well.
Yeah. Especially
Yeah.
when it becomes something this popular. I mean, because a very
Yeah.
popular movie. I mean, she got 1 or 2 Oscars.
And there's another thing about trying to meet all these resource people and entities. Sometimes they're just not interested.
Yeah, but I think if you try, I think you can attract 1 or 2 or 3 of them.
Mm,
I mean, especially for instance, like if you want to, I mean, you know how many times I've seen something wrong in like the medicals in like a hospital in
Yeah.
Hollywood.
but-
There are thousands of doctors. Believe me, one of them.
No,
would
no, I'm not even
want
talking
to
about doctors
consult.
now. I'm just saying like there's some factions or different types of films you may want to do, but you
Yeah.
require certain people's input. They're just not interested. It's just like with some
Why
actors.
do you think so?
Just like with some actors are not interested in even promoting the film that they are in.
What factors would you say contribute
No.
to that?
Okay.
No, there's some actors that don't even want to promote.
No,
No,
I
I'm
get
not
that.
talking
No,
about the
I'm saying in terms of
promotion.
the
I'm talking about the
professionals.
people, yes, that you approach and say would like to tell the story. Come tell
Maybe
us
there
about
are
it.
secrets that they may not want to, put out there or allow people
Okay,
to
yeah, well,
uncover.
that, yeah, in that case, of course, that's a
maybe-
reasonable one.
yeah,
But otherwise,
so
I think for spaces that have so many professionals, you believe me, you can find one. Nollywood just has a laziness problem. You can find one.
Let me not even Nollywood now. Let me even ask yourself now.
All right.
How many should I say movie critics or enthusiasts that you can rely on in Nigeria? And okay, if you go and meet them, they would give you.
Believe I had this problem recently actually, and you are not wrong. Ross, yeah.
So
But
you think-
yeah, but that's the thing. But it's criticism, right? It's not particularly mainstream here. So
Yeah.
I get that. That's what I would say. But things like engineering, like medicine, like there are thousands.
No,
They've
those
been thousands for
ones,
years.
yeah,
you get-
easy.
yeah. But I agree. Criticism, yeah, that's tricky because I think I only have 2. One of them is in studio with us, and the other one is in the US.
Okay, on a final note, Chidozie on WhatsApp says, I also saw The Conclave recently, and I bet you that movie isn't a coincidence.
Yeah.
We might never have a Pope of color.
Cheaters, yes. Want to break that table.
See, like, you see,
Irabor doesn't care because Irabor is like, I don't cook like them. So.
okay, color, yeah.
That thing, it never sits well with me.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
No,
What's that?
I'm talking about the word color.
yeah.
That's just
They
for
are
us
not
here
whites.
They're not. I mean,
They are pink or
you
something.
get-
So,
Just snap your finger
They-
near them, they'll come red.
so in terms of color, I think they are more colored.
I don't.
1 minute you're blue, the other minute you're purple, 1 minute you're red. I don't understand why you have to call black people or brown people colored as if they are whites. We're all colored.
That is another show. Another
Exactly.
thing.
That's the total I told you.
That's what Lagos
race focus.
So many things will make sense. Well, Oluwaseun says, The Passport of Malamilia was great book. Cyprian Quincy at his best. It's my favorite book of his. Can anyone confirm the sequel to The Old Guard will be coming in July? Oh, yes, please. That was supposed to be part of what we would talk about, but thank you for bringing that up. Old Guard 2, that will be on. And
So Oluwaseun is a fan of Charlize Theron. That's what I can smell from this.
that will be on the streaming platform on the 2nd of July. I was thinking about it a while back, and then just yesterday I saw the poster for the sequel. Yes, you are right, Oluwaseun. Thank you. It's coming. And Ima from Lagos says, yes, they'll speak Hausa in the Passport of Malam Ilia animation. Okay, now.
That'll be
Okay,
nice.
now.
That'll be nice.
Nice.
Thank you for being a part of the show for today, Ima Oluwaseun, Chidozie, Peter Wilson. We appreciate you. Next week we go again on Film Focus from 11 till 11:55 or 12 o'clock. Gentlemen, thank you for your presence again. I appreciate.
Please, again, scratch your wrist now. Me and my 2 followers.
By the way, I
Yes,
have something
the
to
EMVC is
mention.
coming.
I have something to mention. So I saw it. It was a discussion on Twitter. So it turns out that other people went through or they've gotten what it is that you were in. I mean, your account just suspended for no reasons. Guess what happened? There was a pattern, especially if you were chatting with someone outside of the country, maybe someone in the States. I don't know if it is linked, but all of a sudden, you see some sort of disclaimer or
Oh, I saw that.
information.
No, that's not my problem. I saw that.
But that's worrisome.
What do you mean by disclaimer now?
Yeah, it's
Saying this person might be from this place, and so you should be careful of scam or whatever it is. That is terrible.
Wow.
And so imagine, so this is it. For instance, you, Irabor, you have a friend or someone you just met up at a film festival, and the person is white, the person is in the United States, and you initiate a conversation with them. Something could happen to your account. They could get a message saying this person is from this place, so you be careful of scammer.
Yes, exactly of what you exchange with them. Yeah, I mean,
well, me, I've
here we go. So,
like,
who knows?
I mean, I'm not even a social media person, so once they
Social media is not the issue, Irabor.
I understand. See,
She is talking more about something more political.
I
than what you are
understand.
saying.
See, look, until we ourselves, like you said, excellence issue, until we wake up and decide, say, okay, we want to be like this.
I totally agree. We should stop
Yeah,
playing
so
victim sometimes.
leave.
We have failed ourselves.
Let me tell you this: if all the Nigerian creators leave YouTube and Instagram and everything, you think there won't be significant, at least something will shift small now.
Let's take this message from Vincent, who said, "Good morning, Shem. Speaking about colors, Caucasians cannot imagine kissing the hand of a black pope. That's the truth."
Okay, so sorry. One shout out to Jennifer Oko. I shall see you at the MVC. I'm just saying shout out. No, shout out to a friend of mine.
Bye. We're done for today. What? We're talking about color. You're talking about Jennifer.
Color. We take a second. Color. Yeah, I'm talking about
Color, Jerry.
Go.
leave color alone.
You're listening to Smooth 98.1. Don't go anywhere.
Alright, thinking it was something so...
Recording.
Yes.
My name is Michaela Malaga, and when it comes to great music, keep it tuned right here on Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life.
Have you seen her recently? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. She's been on my show. She's been on my show twice.
Sorry, is there anything inside here?
What's that thing? What they call it? No. Oh God! All of this open hidden doors.
So that's